I thought it was our defense was a little better, our offense was no better whatsoever.
All right, thank you, Coach. Mike.
All right, Doris, the first quarter in Game 1 was not the problem. The Magic actually led after the first quarter. They were up 24-22. Here they're tied. Their defense certainly was better, but the foul problems did cause some concerns. As several players, especially 3 in Orlando with 2. All right, Mark, we talk about the Lakers and throughout the playoffs how their defensive intensity, their defensive hunger sometimes would change after a win. What do you see from the Lakers defense and the way they came out in the first quarter?
I'm very impressed with the Lakers defense. You know, the last couple of ball games. You talk about Game 5, Game 6, the Denver series, and then Game 1 of this series. They are in tune. They are paying attention to detail. They understand how they want to force teams to beat them. Outstanding job early on in this ball game also.
Farmar left open. Bynum sets a big screen, and Farmar knocks it down. The Laker interior defense especially, they've made life miserable for Dwight Howard so far. Howard on the bench right now. Tony Petit getting some early minutes. Petit played just 5.5 minutes in Game 1. Lewis gets inside, and I think Bynum got a piece of it right there on a follow. Lewis banks it back in.
But when Rashard Lewis is at the 3, he's an underrated post player. He can go at Luke Walton in the post and get quality shots off.
He was a primary post player when he was with Seattle and the Sonics. As you see, Sasha Vujacic in the game. Vujacic and Farmar. Bynum against Gortat. Bynum misses. Lewis the rebound. Here's Jameer Nelson. Farmar has some good quickness to defend. Nelson misfires. Gortat in for the rebound. Couple of fakes. Puts it back up. No good. Lewis or Petit right there. Petit stripped down low. Nice play from Farmar. And Vujacic saves it. Turnovers. Meaning problems for Orlando. 9 already. Just 2 for the Lakers. But the Magic on the boards have been terrific. Plus 10 right now. Odom jump shot.
And Mike, you've said this many times. If he plays well, the Lakers have no shot at being beat.
He's on a terrific stretch. Game 5 and 6 against Denver. As Gortat nearly falls on Nelson. Petit turnaround jumper. And Petit gets it to go. They could use a little bit of his experience. Tony Petit played a lot with the Boston Celtics when they went to the conference finals back in 2002. That's a long time ago, but he's a smart veteran. Farmar, nice job of getting rid of Nelson. Quick down the other end. Oh, and a block from Odom. Banks it off the backboard as Vujacic comes the other way. They want to get it to Bynum. Good low post position against Gortat. Nearly falls down. And a 3-second violation. We've seen 3 offensive 3-second violations here in the first half.
How about Lamar Odom basically showing us a little bit of everything so far? Hustling down the floor. LeBron James is at home on vacation. Lamar Odom takes his role in this movie. Good job of chasing down and blocking down the fast break layup.
Luke Walton the foul on Lewis.
No, Coach, this is so important. Not giving up on play. Teams would allow this to be deuce. Good down the floor, blocking the shot of J.J. Redick.
Nelson looks up, shot clock at 6. And another foul on Walton, a little over aggressive on his ball denial of Rashard Lewis. So 2 quick fouls on Luke. Kobe Bryant getting his rest. 2-point Laker lead. A low-scoring Game 2, to say the least. Redick, hand with his face, and another moving screen. And that's the 10th turnover for Orlando. Gortat agrees with Tom Washington, but maybe not now.
Yeah, but one of the things we talked about is passing on point. Rashard Lewis had a wide-open J.J. Redick, but the pass was off of his hands. He couldn't step in, therefore not allowing him to get the jump.
Nelson bangs it out of bounds. Still Laker ball, and we'll have a timeout. A sloppy start here to Game 2, and some poor shooting from both teams.
Well, you can make the case that Lamar Odom has been the best player so far in this ball game. Says the Reddick, not on my watch. Get it out of here. And this team is at its best when he is aggressive on the offensive end, stepping in rhythm, knocking down Jays. It's the Lamar Odom Show.
Warren Beatty getting a good seat. Mark Wahlberg. Fordham's Denzel Washington. Only one name, as you requested, Jeff.
How about Denzel Washington's new movie coming out? Column 1, 2, 3.
Actually, was my favorite movie as a young.
Bynum puts it in and a foul. And the lead up to 4.
Well, again, Bynum catches in the post, backs in, spins middle off of Gortat's body. I don't know. J.J. Redick wasn't even in the picture there. I'm not sure who the foul
So they gave it
was on. It's just a Duke prejudice. You know, if a Duke player's on the floor, he's going to get the foul.
It should have been Nelson who was in the play. Meanwhile, this is the largest early lead. Redick jump shot. Odom the rebound. Odom very active, 7 points, 3 boards, and a block. Farmar for 3. And Lewis tracks it down.
And I'm going to say this. I don't think this Orlando Magic lineup on the floor probably played more than 100 total minutes together all year.
Foul trouble. Part of the reason is Lewis able to put it in. The Magic desperately need either Lewis or Turkoglu just to have a good, solid game. Doesn't even have to be a great game. Just get something going. There's a brick from the corner from Vujicic. Knocked out of bounds. And it's going to be Magic ball. Howard's going to come back in the game. Now the finals after tonight will switch to Orlando for games 3, 4, and 5. Tuesday night, game 3, 9 Eastern tip-off shortly after. And then game 4 on Thursday. And then the following Sunday, game 5. And that'll be the earlier start. Tip-off shortly after 8 Eastern on the Sunday games this year. Like tonight. Redick wide open. Can't get it to fall. J.J. Redick off the bench, 0 for 4. He's upset with himself. That's a great look. Howard trying to swat it away. Bynum. Short, but see the rebound. Foul as they go down the floor. You see if it's on.
It's on Farmar giving Dwight Howard a little chuck as he was coming down the floor, running the middle of the floor.
That call made by Monty McCutcheon. You know, we talk about the players and their first NBA Finals experience. That's the case for Monty McCutcheon. McCutcheon, first chance in the championship round. Tom Washington, meanwhile, in his second Finals game, and then the veteran Steve Javie has been doing it for a long time. Nelson still out there.
You know, Turkoglu is a guy that's going to have to make plays. This team is at its best when he's facilitating offense for other guys. He can't just be a regular guy on the floor.
Lewis able to put it in. So a couple of jumpers for Rashard Lewis.
And Orlando's gone away from their pick-and-roll game to some more movement action, and it's gotten them some pretty quality looks.
Odom looking to post up down the other end. Lost it. Howard had it. Odom thought he got hit. Magic trying to push. He's tried to up the tempo right from the start. Nelson fires away a 3. Not close, and Odom hauls in another rebound. 24-23. Yes, this is a second quarter score as Bynum rattles it in. Andrew Bynum's second field goal.
How about the post move by Bynum?
Lewis for 3. That's good. Rashard Lewis suddenly heating up. And the Magic have tied things up. He had in the game 1, 8 total points. He's got 11 right now.
And the question is, when will Kobe Bryant decide to put his foot on the gas pedal and make plays on the offensive end?
Farmar, reverse won't go. Rebound tip. Bynum did a good job keeping it alive. Shot clock did not reset. And Farmar misses the foul. Turkoglu batting from behind, and that might be on Bynum.